On February 17th, 2021, I signed up for one of Andrew Keene's services called Project 303. He has other services, but this one appealed to me because it was promised that I would be spending 3 days a week for only 30 minutes a day on the service. The premise of this service is that Andrew would recommend options to buy, and some would win and some would lose, but the winners were to bring in more money compared to the losers. Now, he has a proprietary scanner that tells him when there is unusual activity or when there are more options being bought on a certain stock than normal. And this unusual activity is supposed to be a tip as to when someone else knows something special, and that particular person with the special knowledge places a bet. Andrew's scanner helps him follow these people into these trades. So I followed Andrew's alerts for 4 weeks with a $25,000 paper trading account. And actually following his alerts and using an actual account should give me an idea of how his trade system works, and more importantly, how well it works. And one of the first things I tried to figure out was how large or small should I size my trades. I was hoping to see something on his website to guide me. I could not find anything, so I had to try and figure out sizing for myself. And this was a struggle, and I seemed to have figured it out after a week or so. But then on the 4th week, he changed his options picking method. And now, after 4 weeks, I'm still struggling to find the right trade sizing. Now, without proper trade sizing, my $25,000 account is not a real accurate way to determine Andrew's results. The best way to determine his results is to just look at the statistics of all the trades. How many were winners, how many were losers, and how many broke even. Also, you want to add in his trading rules in order to determine what a winner is and what a loser is. A winner would be a trade that doubled in price, and a loser would be one that took a 50% loss, and a break-even would be one where you got your money back. Now, some break-even trades could be a little lower or a little higher than break-even, but as long as they're close, that would be considered a break-even. And these are the rules that would have made sense and kind of made sense as I picked them up kind of by listening to his live stream. But of course, as I mentioned before, sometimes he would call break-even trades, even though they made a little bit of money, he would call them winners. So that's just part of what I've seen Andrew do since I've been here for 4 weeks. Within that 4 weeks, I opened 11 trades. One trade was considered a winner, even though it was not recommended by Andrew to take 100% profit. The winning trade made about a 72% return. And the trade was put on Thursday, March 11th and taken off on that same day, Thursday, March 11th. And I still have one open trade in the account that is currently just above break even. So overall, after 4 weeks, 5 trades broke even, 5 trades were losers at a 50% stop loss, and 1 trade made 72%. So overall, the numbers are that I'm down 250% on my losers and up 72% on my one winner, for a total of approximately being down 178%. And you can see these actual results here. The sizing was never really spot on or anything, but you can see where I have some winners and some losers and some break-evens in this column here. And if you want to see when I place those trades and see them actually, in the account, you can go ahead and look over the previous 4 review videos that I made. And now I'm going to go over what I like and dislike about Andrew Keene's 303 project. I like 3 things. 1, I can ask Andrew questions during the live stream in the chat, and sometimes he'll actually answer the questions. Number 2, I like the classical music in the background during the live stream. I don't really like classical music, but I think it goes with trading. Number 3, you can do this with a smaller account and you won't have to worry about getting margin called, because all Andrew does really is he goes long options. So the money that you put in, that's really the risk that you take. And so, that makes it to where you don't have to worry about margin calls. So I like that aspect of things. I'm not saying that the trades he places are high probability or anything, but it's just something, one thing aspect you don't have to worry about, which is a margin call. Now, as far as dislikes, I have 9 dislikes. Number 1, I was never able to size my trades properly. Number 2, Andrew changed the profit targets after the trade is already established. And for me, this creates a lot of subjectivity and reliance on Andrew. Number 3, I emailed support with a question and I never got a response. Number 4, Andrew does not trade the system himself with his money. He uses a paper trading account, and to me that's a big red flag. Maybe that's not a red flag for you, I don't know. Number 5, initially there were no official trades on Wednesday and Thursday, so I'm thinking, why was I even there on Wednesday and Thursday? Well, he constantly talked about signals from other services and how good they were. And I kind of took that as, you know, I was there on Wednesday and Thursday to get upsold. Now, he wasn't really a strong, hard push upsell, but he just kind of threw it out there. Okay, number 6. I have got alerts or actions to take outside that 3-day, 30-minute time frame. So I got some stuff to do, for example, on Tuesdays. Well, maybe if I planned my week out and I wasn't available, you know, how's that going to play out? Because he promised that it was only 3 days a week, 30 minutes a day. Number 7, we bought an option for $1.50, sold it for $1.55, and Andrew called that a winner. And I don't think that's a winner. So I guess we disagree on that one. Number 8, he's still tweaking the system as far as where the signals are coming from. You know, he didn't change the signal source, but he changed old signals. He's not going to use old signals anymore. He's going to only use new signals. And this means that we were guaranteed X amount of signals before, but now you don't know how many signals you're going to get. Just to clarify, guaranteed is kind of a strong word. He never really guaranteed anything, and it's hard to size based on that. So it just kind of made it a little more subjective. And number 9, the trade system, it requires, based on his statistical analysis of how he takes winners and losers at 100, winners at 100%, losers at minus 50%, you're going to need 1 winner for every 3 trades just to break even. I had 11 trades and only had 1 winner. So basically, number 9, what I didn't like about this service is that I lost money. Okay, now let me get into my course evaluation questions. And I recently created these questions and I asked them of every course that I take. And there's a series of 16 questions here. So the first one, does Andrew share his portfolio P&L and portfolio volatility? The answer is no. He paper trades his own system and says that he does it because he doesn't want to front run his students. So when he calls out a trade, he also calls out the open interest of the specific options he recommends. And he could easily trade a reasonably sized account, a small account, without taking any liquidity from his students. So I really don't think him doing a paper trade is appropriate. He also mentioned in the first couple of weeks about how well he was doing with his short put portfolio. But after the market came down, you know how that did that over the last 15 days or so, ever since then, he hasn't talked about his real money account. So he mentions it, I guess, when he's making money, but when he's not making money, I didn't hear about it. Okay, so the question number 2, what is the edge? Well, the edge is he has a scanner and it gives him unusual activity. And the potential for an edge is there, but it just didn't play out over the last 4 weeks. And I don't know if it ever plays out, to be honest. In my opinion, I don't think it does. Number 3, is your course proprietary? Well, the answer is yes, because the scanner software he uses is proprietary. Number 4, what kind of returns should I expect? Well, Andrew never committed to anything regarding expected returns. He's never mentioned it in anywhere that I've ever seen, so he doesn't talk about that. Number 5, is the system directional? The answer is yes. Number 6, do you recommend buying option premium which in turn is the same thing as placing low probability trades? And the answer is yes. And I think we have seen those low probability trades play out and see what happened with my trades. Number 7, have you ever back tested and forward tested the system? Well, yes, he does track what's happening. So that's basically forward testing the system. But the problem is how he designates a winner and a break even. So he might make 5 cents or $5 on one contract and call that a winner and then say statistically that's a winner. Number 8, do you trade with objective rules, black and white rules? The answer is no. It seems like he has some black and white rules, but he changed the rules a few times over the last 4 weeks. Plus his rules they could be black and white. They sound like they're going to be black and white, but then he continuously changes his profit target as he goes. So they're not black and white rules. They're subjective. Number 9, does your trade plan take into account commissions and slippage? That detail is not really talked about, and I think it's not very significant with this trading system. Number 10, what is the highest margin requirement that your trade plan will allow? Well, this never really is an issue because you're just buying option premium, and the money that you initially lay out is the most you could lose. So you don't have to worry about margin with this system. Number 11, do you show real trade execution with real money? No, it does not do that. Number 12, in back tests, what were the drawdowns? That's unknown because there's no back test data. Number 13, do you have a money management plan? No, and I think this is a big no. And I struggled with this a lot because I was trying to size my trades and I could not figure out how to do it because it kept changing the system as we went along. So there's no money management here. Number 14, are the trading systems tax advantaged? No, he's not using anything like SPX that has that 1256 contract advantage or tax advantage. Number 15, do I need to be in front of my computer most or all of the day in order to trade the system? No, I like that about the system, but I was only supposed to be in front of my computer Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days a week, but I had to come in and make adjustments on days other than Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And number 16, do you share all the trades made in your account as you trade them? Yes, he actually does. He has a spreadsheet where he does track the trades. But basically, bottom line, would I trade this system with my money? The answer is no, I would not. So really, that's my bottom line judgment here. That's going to be all for Andrew Keene in my review with him. So remember, if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? And be sure to check out my free proprietary options trading course. And don't forget to hit that like button on the way out.